How eating the frog makes me 10 plus K a month. This is what I want you to do every single morning. And I'm going to give you two different scenarios here. I'm going to give you the scenario of if you are a business owner. And I'm also going to give you the scenario of if you're working a full-time job and you want to leave your job and you're working on building something like a business. So first off, we need to understand the context of eating the frog. Eating the frog means that you are eating or doing the hardest thing first thing in the morning. And we all know what that is. That's the thing that grows the business, scales the business. That is what other people call deep work. The things that are going to move the business forward further. Now, I managed to scale my business to over 10K a month consistently for almost 4 months straight before I left my full-time job. And this concept was one of the most imperative things that allowed me to make 5 figures while still working a full-time job as a teacher in the UK. Now, I'm also going to give you the other scenario of obviously being a business owner and the context of eating the frog there. So if you first off are a business owner, what is the task that you need to do that are going to move the needle forward? And this is how you should structure your day based on what I've done, but also you need to find what works best for you. So obviously waking up at a set time every single day, this is something that I'm still working on because I do find that I work late at night and then try to wake up early and I end up waking up later because I haven't had enough sleep. This is something that I'm working on. And it's something that also you need to work on, because when I think about things and I think, how am I expecting to scale a business to 100K a month if I can't even wake up at the time I'm saying I'm going to wake up? It's an absolute joke. And so that's something that I know I need to address and fix. But one thing that I know I've always been good at is doing deep work. That's something that I've always managed to do. And so how do I manage to eat the frog every single morning? Well, the first thing you need to do when you wake up is limit the time between you waking up and doing the task. Now for me, it's wake up, cold shower, electrolytes, supplements, straight to deep work. And the best way that you can do this and the quickest way that you can win is by planning your deep work tasks the night before. You know what they are, you know the tasks that are going to move the needle forward, you need to do those tasks. Now, as you are a smaller business owner, i.e. like myself, and if you're just starting a business, then you need to be doing outreach, whether it's ads, content, sales calls, whatever it is, reviewing sales calls, learning from them, whatever that thing is that's going to produce more revenue for your business. That is the lifeblood. That is the thing that needs to be moving, you need to be doing consistently. And so that's the first thing, finding the slot where you can eat the frog. Now, if you're the business owner, this should be done first thing in the day, first 4 or 5 hours of the day. So I wake up around 7 and work all the way until around 12 before I check messages, check Slack, WhatsApp, all of that, and then have my first meal of the day. Some people it works fasted, some people it doesn't. Find out what works best for you. I'd recommend not having carbs in the morning because that can give you brain fog. I don't know if you've ever had a massive meal before or gone out to a restaurant and then you've tried working afterwards. It's really hard. I tried this the other day. I went out with my other half to Flatiron. By the way, great steak restaurant. If you've never been in the UK, there's an awesome steak restaurant called Flatiron. And this restaurant, I had probably about 3,000 calories worth of food, half of that being carbs. I came back, tried to do some work in the evening, I just couldn't focus. I kept getting brain fog and I just realised that I need to stop and then do this tomorrow because nothing productive is going to get done. So that's the first thing, is making sure you limit your carbs. Don't have carbs in the morning. Fats and proteins, fantastic, no carbs. Carbs will give you brain fog. Fats and proteins supply the brain and help with your gut microbiome, because your gut microbiome is directly linked to your brain and decision making and your cognitive function. If you have proteins and fats, fantastic, that's absolutely fine, but try and limit or have no carbs in the morning while you're doing your deep work. So we got that, okay? Now, if you are a business owner. So first 4 hours in the morning, you need to be doing your needle moving tasks, the things that are so important. So for example, right now for me, recording content, that is one of my deep work tasks. It is currently for me 1:30. So I'm still finishing off deep work tasks. I still haven't eaten yet. Got my lovely coffee here, lovely decaf coffee, but you need to get your tasks done, and that's like the non-negotiables. These things need to get done. So if you are still working a full-time job, how do you eat the frog? Well, you've got 2 things that you can do here. You can wake up earlier from your full-time job and get those tasks done, or you can wait afterwards. Now for me, I found it, in all honesty, better working after I'd finished work and I'd work really, really late into the night till 2, 3 in the morning, and then go to sleep, wake up at 7, go to work, and the same thing over and over and over again. That's one way that you can do it. The other way that you can do it is obviously waking up before. Find what works best for you, but the key thing here is you need some unprotected time, some undistracted time where you can optimize for the needle moving tasks that you know are going to get done within your business. And the great thing about working a full-time job is that you can take risk financially and not have to worry because you know you're getting a set amount every single month. Whereas if you're in business and full-time in business, that's your only source of income. So you need to be even more strategic about the needle moving tasks and the tasks that are going to produce revenue for your business. Now, why did I manage to make 10K consistently for almost 4 months before I left my full-time job? Well, very simply, I focused on leverage. I focused on outsourcing the stuff that wasn't important, that didn't produce as much revenue. And then I would focus on the revenue generating tasks that got good results for my clients, got more meetings booked, and also helped the team out as much as possible. I pulled up my sleeves, I did dials, I ran ads, I helped with service delivery, I helped train the appointment setters, all of this stuff. And so that is so important if you're wanting to get to 5 figures and so on. Now I'm obviously not at 6 figures a month yet, but that is a goal of mine and I'm pushing for that. Why am I pushing for that? Well, I want financial freedom for my family, for my friends, for my other half. I don't want us to ever worry about money ever again. People would be lying to you if they said money doesn't buy happiness, because it might not buy happiness, but it buys good stuff. It buys the high quality stuff, high quality healthcare, high quality products that can help you to live longer, to produce better, to be able to perform better. And so people think money is the root of all evil, and some might say that, but in honesty, it's actually a very healthy thing as long as you have a healthy relationship and you are a good person. Now, money's only going to elevate who you really are. So if you're a crap person, you're going to be crap and you're going to spend on all this crap. If you're a good person, then money's going to reward you because you're going to give back to people, give back to the community, help family out, help friends, live the life that you've always wanted to live. And so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing and trying to scale my business, and will scale my business to 100K a month. So if you are wanting to eat the frog, the most important thing, 4 hours of unprotected time in the morning on those revenue generating tasks. As always, guys, if you like the video, feel free to like, comment and subscribe. Any questions, drop them below. Have an awesome week. And as always, keep smashing it.